welcome to another day at fmtraining.tv where we're here to discuss the fabulous and fantastic FileMaker platform. My name is Margaret. I will be your broadcast engineer for today. Today I have Nick, the wonderful Nick Hunter with us, here to talk about the fantastic stuff he's been talking about. We're on day 5 of how to build a bot in FileMaker stuff, which is really, really cool, and I'm glad to see you guys here for it. Real quick, we stream on 4 platforms. We stream on YouTube, we stream on Discord, we stream on Twitch, and we also stream on Zoom. If you would like a Zoom link to hang out with us in the Zoom chat, let me know. I will hand it over to you. If you would find that, because YouTube and Twitch are both awesome, but they're both about 90-second delay. Discord and Zoom are live, so they're in real time. Real quick, before we move on, I want to talk about the live training schedule. We have Thursday, how to build a bot for FileMaker. Day 5 today, which will be awesome, and then tomorrow's going to be FileMaker Monkey Bread plugin and MongoDB, which will be really quite cool. Monday will be PSauce for beginners in FileMaker, which will be quite interesting, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, next Thursday are continuing this bot series, day 6, 7, and 8, which will be pretty friggin' sweet. We have this fantastic bundle if you'd like to support the channel. We do this for free 5 days a week. This is 100+ hours of amazing video content. Nick's a presenter in there, Richard's a presenter in there, Jacob and Calvin. They're all fantastic presenters covering a whole slew of topics. We cover a lot on FM Training TV, but if you really want like a really breakdown, piece-by-piece edited experience, I recommend this. It's fantastic. And if you'd just like to support us, we would also appreciate that. Much appreciated. With that being said, I think I'm going to turn it over to you, Nick. Nick, what are we doing today?
Thank you, Margaret, for the introduction. So today we're going to do, the microphone in front of the mouse. Okay. So today we continue the bot kind of series of event that we have. But in the same time, we, like I said, that the summertime, and we want to, we chit chat together and we talk about FileMaker, so we can go a little bit, outside of the boundaries, right? So and then we can make everybody enjoying it, and we can talk about things interesting, right? So the bot is, I'm repeating that every time, but for the people just jumping in now, it's kind of a virtual user. It's a user. Imagine that you have a user in another office, in another building, in another country, and connected to the same database as you, and connected with FileMaker as you, FileMaker client like you do, and in a machine, okay, like you do, but it's not a person. It's just a FileMaker client opened, and in a special mode that is listening, because that we call that listening, okay? That the terminology is listening to see if something happened, okay? So the listening process, this is by the way, that's the terminology. And the bot is listening. So you have kind of a routine that is turning like this, like an engine. You start the engine, and the engine is, and in my case that I demonstrated yesterday, it's every 10 seconds, it's going to look in a table, search for record. If there's something in there, if he found something, then he executes a script by the script name from a field, and he executes the script by his name. From that record he found, right? So pretty much that, but everything else is like a user, and and I'm demonstrating right now since the beginning the value of this, and the value of this is to not overwhelm your server with pieces, perform script on server. So you don't overwhelm your server, especially when you have something that takes 2 hours to process. You don't want your server to have a process. You don't want your server to be like 89 or 91% of activity for 2 hours, constant, because that's what you do. You're going to slow down everybody, right? And if you have 2 people, 3 people, 4 people doing the same thing at the same time, you can kiss goodbye to your server. It will crash badly, and you will have, I'm pretty sure, to have to recover your file or get back to the latest backup. So we don't want that. So in that case, when you have heavy task like importing, which is heavy, and when you have impediments from the perform script on server, like importing, you have a lot of impediments. Or if you want to be able to debug complex scripts, or if you want to be able to monitor to know what's going on, right, during the process, and you need a visual return or something, but you don't want the server to be at the limit of crashing, and you don't want the 2, 3, or 4 users sitting on their hand like that and telling you, "Oh yeah, I'm importing the data, so I have my coffee. Thank you, boss. Thank you for paying me for drinking coffee." You don't want that, okay? So yesterday yesterday I don't remember who was David Angel. I think.
Oh, you're talking
Marge.
about the global stuff? I think that
Yes.
was Stu, actually. Let me pull up real quick and
Yeah.
scroll. Hold on. Yeah. Disadvantages, considerations, global variables. Nick's login script set the same global info numerous tables. I think that's unusual. Yeah, that was Stu.
That gave me the opportunity of telling you. So, Marge, can you write down kind of a topic idea of for the webinars, and then we can discuss later about this. That came to me just during the music. The best practices in building FileMaker solution.
Okay.
It's the best practices and best methodology. Okay, the methodology to get to the file. Okay, so you can write down.
Yep.
So that gives me an opportunity to give you a little bit of heads up on this. Okay, so what is the FileMaker file? Most of the time, obviously today, FileMaker files are much more complicated and complex than they were before. Okay, before they were, before they were one table, and then they went multiple table, but with small capabilities, and FileMaker 7, but now the files are much more evolved. Okay, so that implies that you need to have a discipline in your methodology. When you have an integrated system like a FileMaker solution, you cannot. It's not an agglomeration. I don't know if we say that. Agglomerate, no? Agglomeration, we say that? Marge, you know English much better than I do. Agglomeration, we do that? Agglomeration? Yeah, no. It's something agglomerated, group. Okay. You cannot have a group of individual stuff. Okay. You cannot have something built one way, like a contact, or I build it that way, and then I have invoices built in another way. And so you need to have what we call in development, we call that consistency. So you need to have consistency. If you don't have consistency, good luck with this, because it's extremely complicated. It makes everything complicated, and most of the time it makes the evolution impossible, because you can have inconsistencies and you can have incompatibilities. Okay, so to avoid this, we tell you to use consistency. So, for example, when you have one technique, let's say you adopt a technique, you have a technique you like for something, use it all across the solution. And if you weren't using that technique before and you start using it, go back to the other layouts and the other part of your solution and change it. You make an upgrade. You upgrade it. Okay, you upgrade with a new technique. So that's what you need to do, and you should do, to get consistency. Okay? And then when you have consistency, you have a better vision. So I'm doing gesture with my hand, but we have only two people on there. We have Elliot. Thank you, Elliot, to join Zoom. So you have a vision much more like first vision in your solution because you have consistency. So you don't have surprise and you don't have what we call roadblocks, because if you want to do something and you want to go far and you have consistency, you have inconsistency, you have roadblocks, and then you cannot go and you cannot see more. Like, let's say you don't have a consistency throughout your solution. When you're in contact, you cannot go to projects, you cannot have a vision to project because there's so many differences, right? It's like two different countries or two different continents. So you have, and here the technique I'm using at the beginning, I'm using consistency, right? Because everything is built with consistency in my solution, right? So I'm reusing the same technique everywhere, right? So let's see. So talk less and show more. I know. So let's see the script here. So I have first of all, consistency. It goes along with organization. Okay, organization is the way you have to save time, not forget anything, and find your thing quickly. I take this analogy all the time, and I'm going to repeat it. Sorry for that. If I go to your home, if I want a fork or a glass, I must find first the kitchen. And then when I found your kitchen, I'm pretty sure that the first drawer, the first one, is where I will get the fork, right? I'm pretty sure if you say, "Oh, how you know that? You went to my house?" No, it's because we all do that. Okay, it's the modern Occidental way to organize the kitchen. So I don't know, but frankly I don't know a country where they don't do that. But and I visited a lot, so you understand what I mean. Organization. So here, this is my login has two processes. Okay, the first process, right? It's the on first window open. On this, I have nothing. I don't want to log in my file, and I have 2 billion lines of thing there. I have the strict minimum to get things done, right? The strict minimum. Okay. So this is where I'm putting my stuff when I log in as a bot. Okay. So as login as a server. So why this? So when you log in when you launch a file on the server, that means when you launch a Pisos, each time the Pisos process open a version of your file. I know you didn't know that. The process will say, oh, I need to open the file. It is doing an opening. We call it that way. Is doing an opening of the file, right? So the opening of the file means it's like it's like going to host and log in, right? It's doing this. So it's logging in the file, opening the file, right? Is opening the first window, even though in FileMaker server there's no window, but is processing this, is triggering this script, the on first window open. So But I don't want all of those things to happen if I'm on server. I don't want. So I say, look, when you're on server, perform the script, get this variable, create that variable, I need it, right? And then exit the script, get out of it, get out. Bye, ciao, sayonara. So, and then all of this will be completely ignored on server, okay? So that's why, when you log in, when you have the on first window open, I have pretty much nothing. I have I want to know where I am, the get device stuff. So now I have here, if it's desktop or if it's mobile, I can redirect to 2 different layouts. I'm setting up this. I need that for my login process, right? So obviously, if I need that for my login process, I'm getting it there. Then I need that too in my login process, and then I'm pretty much setting a field, and that's it. Setting a global, and go to a field to make the process smooth. That's all. That's all what I'm doing. So pretty much, what I'm doing here is doing this and going there, and so I can just sign out, right? So pretty much, oh yeah, my sign out has a bug here. I knew about it, but I never fixed it. Close the window. So pretty much, I'm landing to the window, to the utility, to the login window, right? So I'm landing there and go to that field. Okay, so this is what he's doing. He's doing blah blah blah. Go to the layout, login, right? Set a field to have a relationship working. Set this field, blah, blah, and go to the field. Then when I'm done with this, right, I do the signing process. So this happened when I open the file. Just opening the file, boom, I get there. This is when I press the button sign in. So this is where the crust is. And this is where I'm not going to dissect everything, but I'm going to, I'm explaining the process, and I'm explaining the logic and the organization. So I have a signing button here with stuff here, but I don't have a lot of things, by the way. I have a lot of set variable, but I'm not going to dissect all of this. But I'm performing this, and performing this, I'm performing another subscript. That's how it's called. And this is the loading the system. So it's performing that script, loading system. So what's loading system? Loading system will load a succession of subscripts. That's why, I call that subscripts, with different stages. Each time I reach a stage, I have this. I have this bar coming and setting like 10%, 20%, 40%, blah, 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 blah. And each time I'm saying loading in progress, and each time I'm changing the status of this text of what it's doing. I'm starting there, right? And I said here, I'm setting the value list. So I'm performing a script named define value list. Then I start with the 15% of the bar, and the text will say set value list. Then I come to 45% of the bar, okay, right? And the text will say configure variable and load global. Then it goes 55%, and then I set global. I'm putting that the string, etc., etc., etc. Right, all along. This is loading the system. That being said, here is when I'm defining my value list. This is when I'm defining my globals. This is what I'm defining my variable. And this is I'm doing my auto constraint. So that I'm going to come that one day on this. By the way, you can write down if you want a Marge, how to organize and have a smooth login process in FileMaker. We can do that. So, so pretty much coming here and dissecting all what I'm doing here. Okay, explaining why, the reason, because that's the reasoning out of this, right? So, what was interesting, our friend here, is why I have those repeating all across. Okay, because I want relationship to work. I need some relationship to work. I need, for example, if I go to the client table, okay. So if I go to the client relationship from the client, okay, from the client, I need to read the preference. The preference are related to users. So each users has a preference, has preferences. You know, in my file, I have a user table, and each user can have preferences. No, okay. I need to be able to read the preferences for the user logged in. The logged in user, I need to be able to go to his file, to his record. And for that, my login process, my signing process, right here, is defining the logged in user. So here I have this variable where I'm saying, okay, by the way, I typed this account name and I typed this password. I've re-logged in, so I'm logged in with that guy. I need to know the ID of the user we have on file, the UUID, you know, the parent key. I need to know that, right? So in order to know that, I'm populating a logged in user ID. So if I go there, I will see the logged in user ID here. So that means I explained that many times. I'm using global variable a lot because this ID is always available to me. This ID is available to me all time, and all the solution, because it's a global variable, so it's always available. That being said, that happened when I logged in, when I press sign in, that happened. But I need to set global fields across the solution in every single table and put in that global field the current user logged in user ID. And why global? You guessed it. I'm logged in, so I'm going to all the solution. I'm going to invoices, contact, project, client, system, user, home. Okay, you name it. I'm going there and I'm saying, okay, the current logged in user is this guy, this ID, bam, 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 in the global. Because you logged in as, for example, March, you go and you logged in as March, you have an ID. I logged in as Nick, I have another ID. So I want a global field because that's the role of the global field. And I will have a relationship. I will have a related record different than you have because I have a different global, a different value in the global and different ID. So I can have my preference, to be used and not used, right? And you have your preference to be used, not mine. So this is why I'm doing this. Is because on all I need to have access to the user. I need to have access to related records from the the current user ID perspective. Okay, that's why I'm repeating myself. I'm repeating this because I logged in, I have a variable, and then I'm going across the solution, bam, 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 putting down on all my variable, all my globals, and then I have all doing this. I have those relationship work. This one, right? I have this one. Where? Here. I have this one here. And each time you can see I have a consistency. All the TXXA is the preference. All the A, every time the A is preference. I'm putting the A. I know the preference. Okay, if I am in a T26 context, the A is preference, right? So I'm doing this. It's a discipline I have to help me, and that is consistency. Okay, I don't want the A to be the A in client, to be the B in, or the D in contact. No. All the A, T something A, it's preference, right? So then here we have, we have many other preference, many other global that I need to use. I need to put globals, and you will say, okay, Nick, why you don't put down the global ones and keep them, right? We cannot do that because they're always a global, because I am building the file shared on the server. When I create a global field, it will always be blank at launch. When you launch the file, it will always be blank, unless I shut down the file, opening locally, put my data in the globals, and reopening. So if you put data in the global locally, if you open the file locally and you put something in the global and you share that file right after, what you have in the global will always be there by default when you open it. It's cool. It's a cool behavior, but I don't like it because, if I need to change this to another value, I don't have control. So I need to shut down the file again. Okay. So it's difficult, right? So now let's follow up a little bit on our topic of the bot, right? So far we saw yesterday, right, that we can, with the bot, right, we can trigger an importation. Okay, we can trigger the scripts that's do a recurring script like this with the on timer. So we learned the on timer yesterday, right? So, but I want to go a little bit on their perform script by name. Okay, remember we had a new with FileMaker. We have a new recent. I don't remember when that come. Somebody can check when, just by the curiosity, somebody can check when the perform script on server by perform script by name came. I think it's, let's guess. I think it's 18. No, 17. I think it's 17. I don't know, 17. I guess 17. I put $10 on 17. So, yeah, let's go there. Okay. So perform script by name. Okay. So it's easy to understand what's going on here. When you have perform script. Here you have from a list of scripts. So that's from list. That means you click here and you come from the list you have. Can be from another file, etc. Or you can say by name. When you say by name, right, here you can type whatever you want, So it can be hard-coded like this. It can be from here, right? Can be a variable, can be a name, can be a field. In my case, I have a field. Here I can have a field, so I can just say a script field, but it's not sorted by name. Okay, script parameter, script name. Okay, script name. So I can have script names. Okay. Oh, script name. And so it can be the script name, the text, the string, of the text of the scripts can be a variable, can be hard-coded, a field. So it can be a field, can be a variable. You can hard-code it, hard script name, right? Script name. So hard-coded, I mean with a quote like this, from a variable, from this, or it can be something calculated. That's something cool, right? That's something very cool. And of course, it can be a script parameter. Script parameter, right? But you can calculate it. For example, let's say that's the reason why I have the import, So you can say, you remember, let me show you. In my example here, so here I have original import client 1, client 2, client 3. That's the reason why, right? That's the reason why I'm using numbers like this. Remember, I told you, consistency, organization, right? And be smart, I will say. I know it's easy to say be smart, but I don't have another terminology for that. Be smart is this. So how we can be smart? I'm telling you. For the script name here, my script name, let's go back here. Let's copy it. It's import. Import. Okay. Let's say this is my script name, right? I copy it. So I'm going there. Don't know why it's so slow. Oh, it's Zoom. Zoom slowing down everything. So I'm going there and I'm saying, let's say I have a client here in my clients, right? In my client table. For each client, I do it because I'm doing it on the real file. I have a client, I have a script number, import script number. Number. Scripts. What do I have today? Scripts. PT. Okay. Import script number. It's a number, right? For each customer, for each client, I have a script number, right? Okay. So now that I have this field, I can say for this customer, I want, it's 1, 2, 3, right? And my script name, I can do something like this, right? So it's original clients and whatever clients scripts number. So now I have a hybrid. That means I can have half of the script name hard-coded, half of it, but on the fly, I can say, yeah, but if the customer is this one, I want the 2. If that customer is this one, I want the 1. If it's in this one, I want the 3, right? So doing so, right, give you a new freedom that you didn't have before, right, is to do something like this, to be able to make your file evolved without breaking everything and without thinking about everything. So you have this, let's say you have this perform, stuff like this. So you go to the import script here and you say, oh, by the way, we have a new customer, we have a new client, okay. And he has a new file organization, no problem. So this will be the original import 4. So you have nothing to do because you change the name of the scripts, right? But the number, that the only change we have, right, on the name. So the only change we have is on the name is the number. So if the number is something that you come from a file, from a record, doing this, this is not broken. This is not broken. Just put 4 in the customer and this will automatically launch the script. So you have a hybrid, so you have a calculated name, right? That technique, by the way, okay, it's good for everything. It's good for everything. Another thing that is good, okay, with the script, perform script by name. Okay. And I'm going to go back to the is good for everything later, okay? You can do something like this. Imagine that for one customer, you want a button to launch a script. For another customer, another script. For another customer, another script. I saw many times what's the name? I saw many times people using buttons with a if customer in Ohio do this, if customer in California do this, if customer in, right? Why you do this? Why you do the if they do this? If I don't know, if RCC perform this script, if else if perform this script, else if perform this, okay. You don't need to do that anymore. When, just create on that record, on the record, just create a field, you put the name of the record, of the script you want to perform, and you put here the name to come from that record, right? From that field. So you can put the name of the script in the contacts, and then what's the name? A name, and then perform it. So you have one, but imagine you have a portal. If you want, do you want me to build it? We'll have some time. Do you want me to build it? Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Yeah. No. I mean, people.
I
know you want always. I do think so, but
Canberra says sure. David Angel says yes.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So, perform script by name. Okay. So it's a small file, but it's cool. I'm going to give you the file, by the way. So let's say here I have, here I have an account. I'm using always this account name, account name and account ID. Okay, so I have this account text and get UUID. Okay, so get UUID. Okay. Okay. So I have this, right? And uh, now I have another table, right? Contacts, that is accounts. Change, right? And in contacts, I have contacts ID, doing something that works. Contacts, name, IDF account, not to connect the account with it. And I have script name, right? Okay. Now I do this, account ID, and I do this, allow, delete, boom, boom. Okay. Very simple file. It's doing good. Okay. Simple file, go in there. And I'm doing this, changing this to unlighted because I hate that Apex blue stuff. So I have an account name here, and I have my portal here with my contact here. And I'm saying contact name and script name. Okay. And here I have a button perform, which is, okay, a perform script by name using in the table account the script name. Okay. So it's a perform script. Okay. And let's put that blue. Okay. I have the perform stuff here. Okay. Oops. Nice and clean. Okay. So the script name here, the contact name here. Okay. So now let's fill up something. So I have a new record here. Oh, I don't need a new record. It's RCC. And here, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah. First, let's create the people. So we have Nick, Marge, we have Rick, Rick's boss, and we have Jacob, and we have, okay, Christian. Okay, so we have people. I want to create, I have a script now, you know, so I have a mini scripts. You know, I have script one, right? That says, I'm going to show you something cool. Show dialog. Show dialog. Here I'm putting performing scripts gets scripts name. Okay. And here, and in the message, I'm saying hello. And contact name. So then I'm going to be sure that we are going to identify the scripts. Okay. So, but I can, you know, I can do but this is the script for the script 1, right? And I'm going to do the script 2. And I'm going to do the script 3. So I have multiple scripts like this, right? I know they're the same, but we don't care. It's just the the name. You know what I mean, right? It's just for the demo, okay? And the script 6. Okay, so I have 6 scripts here, and I want this guy to be the script 1. This one I want the script 3. This one I want the script 2. This one I want the script 6. And this one I want the script 4. And this one, Nick 2, I want the script 4 again. So I have 1, 3, 2, 6, 4, 4, right? So I have the script here. So I'm for each record, right? I have a different scripts. So here I'm performing the script 1, hello Nick. This here I'm performing the script 3, hello Marge. Here I'm performing the script 2, hello boss. Here I'm performing the script 6. So I have the proof that I'm performing the right script because the script of the name of the script is coming from the script running. So if you want to do that without the script by name, it was, you guessed it, impossible. So before this, it was impossible to perform the script, right? It was impossible. You had to do the if. Now you don't. You can say what you want, the script you want to perform, the script you want to perform, you do it, and the record is deciding which script is going to be performed. So that's, if you didn't know that technique, now is opening a vision that you never saw before. So that changed your way, right? Because now you say, wow, instead of having super complicated scripts like if, right? You can do things. And by the way, you can even have a table of script names. Say, for example, okay, for that guy, okay, for California, I want that script. So you know what? So California, that script. So let's go further, and but because this is going with the bot, this is very important to the bot, because the bot is based on this. The bot, you remember, I send a script to the guy. I'm sending a script to the bot with the name. So that's why I want to show you a little bit of what we can do with the names, right? So let's say I have here, okay, a script table, okay, script table, and in that table, I have script name and states, right? Okay. So I have a script table. So you have your contact here. I don't do this. Now I want to put the state in the contact list. And I said, now, in the contact, I want the state to link to the state in the scripts table. Right? So let's open the script table. And I said, I want script 1 for California. I want script 2 for Ohio. I want script 3 for Texas. I want script, yeah, I know the people say, oh, what you do is very America-centric. We are American. Script 4 for Nevada. Where your father is going to go? Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. Yeah. So yeah, I love Tennessee. TN.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how to spell it. There's a lot of N's and E's and S's.
One N, double S, double E. Tennessee. And I love over there. You have the soul food is excellent. Louisiana, of course, but Tennessee you have a lot. And I love the Mississippi. It's you do a cruise on the Mississippi is fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have a lot of mosquitoes, but it's okay. So now I have this. So of course, you can do a new one, and you say, oh, okay, if you are Florida. I want the script file also, right? So you have script file, 4. Okay. So now you guessed it, what I want to do here, right? So you guessed it. So now I'm going there and I'm saying, okay, the script name here. Okay, so I'm going there. I'm going to do something we shouldn't do, but it's okay. So here I'm changing this. And I'm going on script here, and I say, I want the script name on this. And I want here on the contacts, I want the state, right? I want the state on the contact. And I want this perform here to perform not from that field, but perform from the script, from the field, the related field. So that's what I want to show you, that we can go there and say, I want to perform that from another. So pretty much I am on contacts and I want, based on states, I want to launch the scripts on that table, right? So here, I'm saying Nick is in California. Marge is in Tennessee. No, you are in Virginia, but it's okay. You're in Florida. I put you in Florida. Your father in Tennessee. Jacob in Texas. Christian is, what did I say? Nevada. No, Nevada. See? Yes? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Nick too. I don't remember which one, the other one. I don't think we have more. So I said Nevada again. Okay. So we had 1, 5, 5, 3, 4, 4, right? So perform script 1. Perform script 5. Perform script 5. Perform script 3. So that being said, you can put the name of the scripts in the contact record, or you can say, yeah, but this contact, if it's in California, bam. So, for example, I don't know if you have a sending procedure, or you have an API, for example, right? Or whatever, the guy is located in California. Oh, okay, we have this regulation. So we send him, we generate a PDF with the regulation of California, which is 2 billion pages, and you send that to the guy, right? So if the guy is in Florida, we have much less BS than California. So we have another PDF completely different. So, or you can have, I don't know, a language based on the language, right? Based on whatever, it's you name it, right? So now you can see the benefit of perform script by name, right? So if you have questions at the moment.
I'm looking for questions. We have kind of, I think, one from David earlier. Initialize account name with username. Create a relationship with create records on.
Initialize account name with. No. Account. Yes, an account like account invoice contacts. Like account. No, nothing to do with FileMaker. It's account like like a FM starting point account, right? Accounts. It's nothing to do with the FileMaker accounts like this. No, it's just account contacts, right? You have an account and you have contacts on the account. Other question?
Any other questions, everyone, or are we good?
Okay, we go. No, it's not. Look, it's not a super complicated concept, but it's interesting, especially for people watching the video, that what you can do with a perform suite on FileMaker. But by the way, before we go, it's the same for layouts. It's the same for fields, of course, but fields is a little bit more complex. But you can do for layouts. You know, you go to layouts by name, right? It's a little bit more hidden than this, but you know, go to layout, okay? And here you have layout by name, by name or layout number, but forget about the number. But layout by name, you know, is layout name by calculation, which is layout by name. And then you have the same process. You can calculate the layouts. So you can what I call be smart stuff, right? Like using numbers and say, okay, oh, this client wants the layout, let's say I want the layout or the import layout 1, the import layout 2, the import layout 3. So you name import layout and then you change the number and just the number comes from the customer. So then you don't have to take care of the name anymore, right? And you can change it. You can hard code it. You can have a table of layout names. You know, say, oh, okay, if the guy's in California, bam, this, okay, and you can say, you can do whatever you know, but it's very powerful, right, to get this at the record level, because you can launch something when you want it without the if stuff. You know, like the California stuff. Imagine you don't know about the script by name, and you want to say if people in California do this, if people in Nevada do this, or you have the if California then perform, else if Nevada then perform, else if. Here I have one layout. I have nothing. I have nothing to do, right? No ifs, right? That being said, I think we're good. So far we do it from you user to the bot, and next week we do from the bot to you user. Okay, that will be interesting. Yeah,
that will be very interesting, I think.
Yeah,
so,
I hope so.
A lot of thank you very much, Nick. So
okay,
a nice trick. Thank you very much.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir!